is the first lamb from Gladiator. The little lambs actually have found that box. That sheep is getting bigger by the day and nothing's coming out. Just got up at 2:30 this morning. So this is the first lamb from Gladiator. She gave a little boy lamb. Looks like a real nice lamb. He had a little hard time getting on there, but I gave him a little bit of help and he's on now. So I'll check him tonight to make sure he's doing okay, but he looks pretty sharp. And this ewe just gave a single lamb. So in the next couple of days while she's in the jug, we'll probably make sure that her other side doesn't swell up too bad. Might take some of the pressure off it because they're fed quite hard, and these sheep are milking. And she doesn't have two lambs, she only has one lamb. So until that lamb gets a week or two old, where that lamb will start to nurse on both sides, you have to be a little careful with that, single lambs. This Dorset here, remember her? She had lambs yesterday, two lambs, look real sharp. She had two lambs yesterday, same day, looking really well. They're well on their way. Lynn will be recording these 4 white lambs tomorrow morning, and they'll probably be letting them loose in the group. And you can see over there, the little lambs actually have found that box. I should put a little bit of new straw in there for them. They'll enjoy that more. Mom's going to go over there and check what all the fun's about. And this ewe here gave a single lamb too. Doing fine, but we'll probably check her too, the same thing. You can see right now that her udder is a little bit uneven. So that tells me that lamb is nursing on one side. So we'll just probably take the pressure once or twice off that other side, just to make sure she doesn't have any troubles. And I'm thinking it's pretty quiet here tonight. We left the windows open. It's got quite mild tonight. All these sheep got new bedding today. They're all nice and clean. There's my pet sheep. She runs the barn. Not having any lambs yet. Now she doesn't even get up. The Suffolks are all quiet. They got 2 big round bales today of new straw. You can see they're all puffed up in there. Looking nice and tidy. Nobody coming in. We'll probably leave that door open because, excuse me, it's a little bit warm tonight. It's not warm in the barn. The barn's actually quite cool, but it's not like freezing. There's no hard wind, so I don't want any sheep to have any breathing problems with bad air, so we'll leave the doors open. And I'll be out here tonight, tomorrow morning. Around 2 or 3 in the morning, I'll probably do a check and see if we had any lambs. In the meantime, I think we're going to call that a night. You can see that. I'll just go in here. That sheep is getting bigger by the day, and nothing's coming out. I'd be shocked if she doesn't have 2 lambs. But we'll see. Anyways, I might put a little straw in that box over there for a second. Put a little bit of new straw in that box. I made that's a little dead spot. I just made that little box a few years ago. But the lambs actually love it. I'll just put a little straw in there for a second. Hang on. See? New straw. They always figure it out, eh? Curious minds. So those lambs are about, excuse me, those lambs are about 6 days old right now, I think. 5 or 6 days old. And you can actually see already they've actually swollen out and grown already in 6 days. But these guys will be out here all night tonight playing. You watch, when I come here at 2 or 3 in the morning, they'll still be going at it. But yeah, every time I put more straw in that box, they seem to be stretching it out, but they like it. Just got up at 2:30 this morning. Just found these 2 lambs in the pen. Everything's fine. A little female to the left, a little male to the right. I think the female's been sucking. I'm not quite sure about the male. To be safe, I'm going to go and feed him right now. She has milk. She looks a little stressed out, but she's fine. Just needs a break. So I'm going to feed these guys and get back to bed. Yeah, when I say feed the lambs, I just had to open up a new container of colostrum. So we just use this little scoop. Two scoops for each lamb. We feed all the lambs colostrum. Oh, there he goes. Mix that up for a second. And we're going to feed that lamb. Yeah, that took about 2-3 minutes. I just mixed up a little bit of milk with a tube. I'm going to go back to bed. And she's eating hay. She feels fine. And the lambs now, you see, are actually a little quiet. They want to go to sleep. So these lambs right now will probably, well, that's the male. He's been fed. And now he wants to lock on. You would think after he got fed that he wouldn't want to have any more milk. But it actually encourages him to even suck more. We have extremely good luck with that. I know it's a little bit of an expense to buy colostrum for each lamb when they're born, but I'm thinking it's well worth it. It's protection, and they need the food. They got to get warmed up and get going. So, yep, they're done. A few minutes. She's eating hay already. See? And everything's fine in the barn, so I'm going to clean up, try to get some more rest. I'm actually feeling fine. I'm not really, a little hard to get up for the first few minutes, but then once you're up, you're pumped, you're ready to go. So we just lock this pen up right here, just like that. So I'll just do a quick little check to see if everybody's okay. She's out of water. Maybe I'll get her a pail of water for a few minutes. Lambs are all doing fine. Lamb's nursing, doing fine. So lamb just came out of this pen here, and everybody else looks fine tonight. So I'll just shut the light back off. She's not chewing her cud last night, so I'm wondering. Oh, the liar of the meat. She is chewing her cud. These guys are all fine. I checked them. They got a beautiful straw pack tonight. Well, there's a few sheep eating the straw, I see. Tammy there is eating it. Well, they need a new bale of hay. They're just picking through the little bits and chunks of it that are left. But in a few hours, they'll have a brand new bale. Yeah, it's warm. It just started to rain out tonight. Doors open. It's going to be +7 today, I guess. Quite mild. Not very normal for this time, for this part of the country, but mild winter. Normally, the light switch is right on top of her head. But I kind of feel for her. So I am going to leave those lights on while I go to bed because I don't want to bother her with that light switch. And she's having a nap right there. So just going to leave her alone. Okay, call it morning, I guess. Everything looks fine. I'm going to call the morning. Call the night. Call the morning. And I'm going to see you shortly. I'm going to go back in, watch the news, maybe have something to drink and a cookie, and I'll pick this up, and I'll talk to you later. I was just going to leave the barn, and this lamb wasn't really crying, but just looked a little upset. Remember last night I said I got that lamb to nurse, and I had to help the lamb on again right now, but she's right locked on right now. So just gonna sit here for a few minutes and let her nurse. I'm not even holding the mother. Oh, she just got off. I think she had enough. He had enough. Did you have enough, buddy? Hey, did you have enough? Hey? No, I'm not your mother anymore. Come on, do your job. No, don't look at me. Well, anyways, I'm thinking, now he's becoming spoiled. It's another gladiator. Another needy ram. I can see it right in his blood. He's acting the same way. Well, call that a night. Sorry to bother you people, but I'm in the barn. I'm a little bored. I'm by myself, and I'm just looking for company. Well, it's good morning. I have been in the barn for about 3 hours, three and a half hours. I haven't been in the barn. So I'm just going to check the barn before I have a coffee. So we'll see what happened. Hey, Ben. Hey, you stay outside, Ben, okay? So we'll just see what happened here the last few hours. Hey, girls. That's the one that had lambs last night. Lambs look good. They're up. So the first sign I say to me, good morning. I don't hear nothing. But let's do a quick check. Let's go over here. Put the light on for a second. There we go. And yeah, she's quiet there. No lambs. She hasn't moved in 4 hours. Check this barn here. These guys all had new straw last night. I'm not going back any farther. I don't want to upset them all. But no lambs. Go and have a quick coffee. A little bit of breakfast. And we'll talk to Lynn. She's not up yet. No, nothing. Oh, she's all quiet. Most of the time, if you come in the barn, you'll hear the lamb right away, and you know it's a problem. Hey, Mom. Everybody's fine. These are the ones that were born last night, around I think I said about 2:33 in the morning. We had a pair of lambs. So the white sheep are just, the Dorsets are just starting to come in right now. We've had a pretty good lambing ratio. We had I think we had a twin, a single, and a twin with the Dorsets. So that's a pretty good start. Anyways, I'm going to have a quick coffee. I'm going to listen to the news and see what the rest of the world's doing. And then I'm going to put YouTube on. And I'm going to see what the rest of the YouTube people are doing. And yes, I am using a cell phone. And I'm not a professional. Talk to you shortly.